They all laughed at him. The teachers. The students. His so-called friends. The janitor, even the lunch lady, everyone at Lincoln High, saw Jayden Cole as a joke, a nobody in faded jeans and second-hand shoes. He walked like he had no purpose. He talked like he had no fight left, but what they didn't know was that beneath the bruises and silence was a legacy more powerful than any they ever seen. At just 19, Jayden was the richest, most feared man in the country. But no one knew. Because he chose to hide it, he chose to live small, to observe, to test the hearts of men before revealing the thunder in his soul. He arrived each day at school with quiet footsteps and downcast eyes. Teachers barely noticed him, students mocked him ruthlessly. "Why don't you wash that shirt once in a while?" They'd sneer, "You still wearing your grandma's shoes, Jay?" In gym class, they treated him like heir. He never got picked, never got a pass, he was benched every game, yet he still showed up, every single day. They thought he was stupid, weak, pitiful, but what they didn't see was the calm intelligence behind his eyes. The way he observed every interaction, how he memorized every insult, every laugh, every betrayal. He had one friend, or so he thought, Mason. They'd eat lunch together sometimes, talk about football, dream about escaping their dead-end city. But even Mason mocked him when others were around. Jayden let it slide. He always let it slide. Until the day of the national school tournament. Lincoln High's basketball team made it to the finals, and half the city turned up to watch. Brian, the team captain, twisted his ankle with 30 seconds left. No one else to sub. They were down 3. Coach looked around, desperate. Then his eyes landed on Jayden. "Cole, get in," the crowd groaned. "We lost," someone said. Jayden walked onto the court, slow and silent. The first shot. Swish. 2 points. Second play, he stole the ball and dashed forward, quicker than anyone had ever seen him move. He leapt, midair, buzzer about to scream, and landed a clean, perfect three-pointer. The stadium went still. Coach stood with his mouth open. Brian dropped his water bottle. Even Mason stared, stunned. Jayden said nothing. Just walked off the court and out the back door that night. He didn't go home. Instead, he walked through a grimy alley in Eastbrook District. Past dumpsters and shattered windows, he stopped in front of a forgotten warehouse. Looked around. Pressed a brick on the wall. A mechanical hum. The floor beneath him slid open, revealing a steel staircase and blue light glowing below. He descended. At the bottom, a command center that would rival the Pentagon. Monitors showed maps, city grids, political intel. Armed guards in black nodded as he passed. "Welcome back, Commander Cole," said a tall man in a tactical suit. Jayden removed his hoodie. Beneath it, a sleek black war suit hugged his body. No longer a boy, no longer weak, he walked up to the main screen. A red dot blinked over Eastern Europe. "Any movement on Ghost?" he asked. He sent another encrypted message this morning. Threatened exposure. Jayden's jaw tightened. Let him try. What the world didn't know was that Jayden had inherited the empire of the most powerful warlord on Earth. His father, Jayden Cole, had ruled the global underworld with dignity and discipline, until he was assassinated in a covert mission gone wrong. Everyone thought Jayden Cole's empire fell, but it didn't. Jayden had rebuilt it, bigger, stronger, more intelligent. He controlled ports, communications, oil pipelines, even the military answered to him in secret, and the president? He came to Jayden for counsel. But Jayden didn't want fame. He wanted peace. That's why he chose to hide. Until betrayal knocked on his door. Mason. The only friend he trusted. Turned out, he was leaking information to Ghost, a rival kingpin who had been chasing Jayden's throne for years. Jayden knew. He let Mason think he was winning, fed him fake files. When Mason tried to sell them federal agents, Jayden's agents raided the deal. Mason was caught red-handed. The next day at school, Jayden stood in front of him. "Why?" he asked, softly. Mason cried, "I needed money. I didn't know it would go this far." Jayden nodded. "I hope you find your way back." Then walked away. The very next week, black limousines rolled up to Lincoln High. Media swarmed, helicopters hovered. Students gathered at the windows. Out stepped Jayden, now dressed in a designer black suit, flanked by guards and world leaders. Behind him, a convoy of foreign diplomats. The principal ran outside. "What is this?" Jayden handed him a sealed letter. Effective today, I own this school, I suggest you clean your desk. At the morning assembly, he took the mic. To those who called me worthless. Thank you, you taught me strength. To those who mocked me. Thank you, you gave me patience. But today, I am not the boy you broke. I am the man you built, and from this day forward, the world will remember me. The students stood frozen, some cried. Brian turned pale, Era fainted, and as Jayden walked out, the world cameras followed. Hours later, in a hidden military base, he met the president. Sir, the president said. We need your word on the defense treaty. Jayden folded his hands. You'll have it, after I speak to the African delegation. The president nodded. Yes, Commander. But the story wasn't done. The rival warlord, Ghost, the one who haunted Jayden's moves and attacked from the shadows, wasn't just an enemy. He was Jayden's brother, separated at birth in a bloody war, raised in hatred. Trained in destruction. And worse? He had their mother. Jayden had always believed she died in a car crash, but recent intelligence said otherwise. She was alive. Being held in an underground prison in Moldova. Jayden stared at the blinking red dot on the screen. Prep the team, he said. For what, sir? Jayden narrowed his eyes. We're going to bring my mother home. And with that, the boy they mocked became the man the world feared, and the legacy of the hidden warlord was just beginning.